Uja, Uber Never. Good rising, great awakenings. Thank you for joining in today. Just getting this set up. Thank you for being here. to oh, all right, Dua for joining me today. I'm gonna get started here in about just 1 minute. Just take a few deep breaths. All right. Dua for tuning in at this beautiful pre-dawn. I think it's called astronomical dawn, and then civil dawn is at 6:30 or something like that. Okay, well, Uja, Dua, for joining me today, Uba Nefer, for today's edition of Ancient African Adorations. I've restarted this series following the neterian calendar put out by the Temple of Amun. And according to that calendar, today is the day for remembering when Bast appears to Ra. So I have a few selections prepared. And as usual, we start with a few opening hekau. Before reading sacred texts or Pardon we're instructed to make 3 offerings. Well, 2 offerings. I make 3. And then I have combined them. So here we go. No matter what's going on, remain in the stillness. No matter what's going on, remain in the stillness. No, never turn. You know everything. You know never turn. You know everything. We know never just know everything. We know never just know everything. You know never just you know everything. And that song is inspired by the teachings of Aset and Ra. I've been studying with the Kemet University Temple of Chatau Neter for many years, and I'm taking some time to focus on this music project, my music shedding. So if you want to learn more about the teachings behind the music, I encourage you to go to EgyptianYoga.com or KemetUniversity.com or EgyptianMysteries.com. They have so many websites, Dr. Nwada Ashby, Dr. Karen Ashby. And I have a question here. I do not have a regular time. I'm letting spirit choose the times. I've been trying sunrise and sunset. And it seems like the best times as far as getting the most people to attend is like 2 a.m. Central Time. So I don't really have a regular time. That's the whole point of following this calendar, is because I was having trouble doing something every week at the same time. So I post the announcement when it's going to be, and then you can catch the replay. Okay, the next offering is for Ra, Dua Rakef. And this song I originally learned from Sevar Ma, and then Ua Bratim, our beloved Ua Bratim, had a variation, and then I got this harp. This one came through. Let me see if it's tuned. Just put it tune up a little bit. There we go. Oh, let me read the translation before, so you know what I'm singing. Adorations to Ra when he rises in horizon eastern of heaven. Homage to Ra coming forth as Kepra. Kepra, creator of the gods and goddesses. Rising me, shining me, lighting up thy mother. Rising is Lord, king of the gods and goddesses. Your mother Nut does an act of worship to you with both arms. Manu, the western horizon, receives thee in peace. And Ma'at embraces thee at the double season prayer. Dura kef tu benef emaketem Anates ake tiem kepala keman kake uben ke peset muke katiem suten nataru irinek mut aniem irimini Mana wemate patuma adesa Dura kef tu benef emaketem Anates ake tiem kepala keman kake uben ke pesen muke katiem suten nataru irinek mut aniem irinini Manu wemate patuma adesa Dura kef. And you know that when we're talking about Ra has three aspects. When Ra rises, that's Kepra, and middle of the day is Ra, and at the end of the day is Ra Temu or Temu Ra. Uja, I am in Chicago Central Time Zone. And Dua for joining me. To invite. I'll try that next time. Okay. All right. And the third opening offering is for Asar. I'll read that one. Adorations to Asar, Unifer, divinity, great personality in heart of Atu, king of eternity, Lord of forever, traveling for eternities. In form raised he, son primary of body of Nut, engendered by Geb, master lord of he, of the Uric crown, exalted white crown, prince of gods and goddesses and people. And this is another melody from Sevar Ma that I have a variation. So do a Sevar Ma. I'll be right back. most of these I know by heart, but I hate to make a mistake. So I'm going to do it out. You are supernatural. There are two certain hey. There jeta sebabi hey. You are star im ha dep and got new and kept our pet nep. You are star raritai LET neterian tech. You are star on the fire natural. You are star on the fire natural. Check. Alright, now we will move into the section of the program for Bast. I'm going to start with a few readings. Say my mom. We have a reference African Religion, Volume 5 of the Goddess. Okay. So this is in reference to the triple power of Sekhmet Bast and Sekhmet Bast Ra. One important element of, and this is from page 73, of the goddess is the feline aspect. In nature, cats have an inimical relationship with serpents. There's a special image of the goddess Sekhmet showing her holding the two forces, positive and negative, which together manifest as the opposites of creation. This one doesn't really. Sekhmet is closely related to the serpent goddess in all her forms of manifestation, and therefore she is also a presiding deity of the serpent power. So Sekhmet and Bast and Tefnut are the three cat goddesses, and a lot of times they combine Sekhmet and Bast. Oh, this is what I was looking for, Sekhmet Bast Ra, the all goddess. Another important form of the goddess is known as Sekhmet Bast Ra. This is page 75. Apologies. Sekhmet Bast Ra is a composite depiction of the goddess encompassing all of the attributes of the goddesses as well as the attributes of the gods. This is a recognition that all things in creation are not absolutely female or male. All of creation is a combination of male and female elements. Therefore, since creation is androgynous, so too divinity and the human soul are also androgynous. This understanding is reflected in the following instruction from Aset to Haru in the Assyrian resurrection. Quote, souls, Haru's son, are of the self-same nature in themselves, and that they are from one and the same place where the Creator modeled them. Nor male nor female are they. Sex is a thing of bodies, not of souls. Well, that was really just to introduce us to this first song I'm going to offer. And it's the first chant that I wrote. It's for the goddesses. And the last line refers to Sekhmet Bast Ra. And this is the sistrum, it's an instrument used for eliminating chaos, which is the theme of our program today. Aset news may hurt, Aset heteru, Mark Vinnet Mercenet, Abud, never had Amen, Nakabet food, Rekat, Rekamet, Honest Basta, Sekhmet Basta. Bast Appears, Marvinus Messenger, Western Abu, Seven Heads Amen, Second Red Moon, Red Hot, Second Net, Horrid Basra, Second Basra. Afternoon, Red, After Petaru, Marvinus Messenger, Western Abu, Seven Heads Amen, Second Red Moon, Red Hot, Second Net, Horrid Basra, Second Basra. Second Basra. Second Basra. Second Basra. Right, now we have a reading from the Egyptian Book of the Dead, or the Book of Coming Forth by Day into the Light. And this version is compiled by Dr. Mwada Ashby, edited by spiritual partner Dr. Karen Ja Ashby. And this is a reading from page 182. This is chapter 4. And the image is similar to the one shown at the shown on the invitation with backwards with Bast defeating Apep. Starting with verse 25. I am like that cat in the dividing of the tree for him in the city of Anu on that night of defeating the enemies of Nebuchadnezzar in him. What then is it? It is like the cat, the fledgling form of Ra, who is he himself, and is called cat by the words of the god Sia. He is like unto that cat which he brought into being. Another way to understand this is, the god Shu will be the person making the belongings of the god Geb for Asar. As for the dividing of the tree for him in Anu, that refers to the children of impotent revolt, who have Ma'at done unto them. In regards to the night, that of fighting, and they're going into the eastern heaven, that means a rising and fighting in heaven and on earth in its entirety. Hail to you, the one in his egg, shining in the form of his sun disk, dawning in his horizon as the golden being in the sky, devoid of any double, and yet as well as the gods and goddesses, sailing upon the supporting pillars of Shu, who gives life force to his mouth and illuminates the two lands as the glorious spirit that he is. Protect thee, Asar, the exalted one, from that god, whose form is secret, and whose arms are the scales, on that night of the reckoning by the goddess Awadi. Who then is it? And that completes the reading for Bast. I'm in the West Cali. Oh, I used to live in California. I lived in Mendocino County, way up north by Oregon. All right, so this is a hekau that came to me at a time when I was focusing on defeating chaos in my life. And I've been studying Bast because I was told that's what she does. And so when Bast appears to Ra, I've been looking for information on that. And I have some information on Bast, but nothing in particular for Bast appearing to Ra. So hopefully by this time next year, I'll have some more wisdom to offer. But anyway, this is an excellent chant to be offering at the top of your lungs, walking through your house while you're burning sage or copal or frankincense or incense, and you're getting ready to do some major detox, house cleaning, fasting, cutting cords, writing out your intentions, letting go, writing out your intentions, or writing out what you want to release and let go of, and burning it in the fire. And right now I'm just sitting in my chair in my home temple. By the way, this is coming to you from Asmatishi Temple of Divine Light, Healing, and Sweet Sounds. And it's the sister of the Light Being Wellness Center. Anyway, here we go. You could also do this as the sistrum, but I like drums. Oh, let me give the translation. Dua is adorations. You have your hands like this in the dua posture. Means I recognize the divinity in you. Or it's also a way of saying thank you or adorations. Dua Bast Apep. An means not or no, not that. Apep is chaos. It's the snake, the serpent. And Apep is the right hand man of Set, egoism. Ni is yes, N-Y. And Hatep is peace. So Dua Bast, Anipep, Nina Hast, Om. There you go. Dua Bast, Anipep, Nina Hast, Om. 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 Dua Bast. Dua Bast, a tiny little cat that can slay chaos. All right. Now I've got a few readings from a few other sources. This is from prepscholar.com about some famous Bastet myths. Bastet, Basti, Ubasti are some of the names that we know. Apep, or slaying of Apep. Apep, sometimes called Apopis, meaning in Greek it's called Apopis, was an underworld serpent god associated with darkness and chaos and Set, egoism. He was the greatest enemy of Ra, Bast's father, and wished to consume everything with darkness and destroy Ra. The priests of Ra tried to hex Apep, but none of their spells worked. So Bast, in her cat form, with excellent night vision, went to Apep's dark lair and slew him. Apep's death assured the sun would continue to shine and crops would continue to grow, and Bast was honored as a goddess of fertility thereafter. That's one of her myths. And what else did they tell us here? I think that's all I was let's see. Bast is the goddess of cats, the sun of the east, the fire of love, intoxication, music and dancing, joy, celebration, fertility, secrets, magic, and sex. Bast is also the goddess of war, known for her wrathful vengeance. That's in her Sekhmet connection. She protects households and individuals from disease and evil spirits. She guards pregnant women and protects cats. She served as a divine nurse and mother of the pharaoh. Due to Bastet, meaning she of the ointment jar, she also became known as the goddess of perfume and was called the perfumed goddess, the protector and guardian of Lower Kemet, the patron goddess of firefighters. She's also known as the Eye of Ra or the Eye of Atum, the sun. Okay. And another source. Same thing. Trying to find the one. Didn't really find much about Bast Appears to Ra, just that they had a festival at that time. Bast, the perfume protector cat goddess. Her name is a hieroglyph of a Bast jar with the feminine ending in T. These jars were heavy perfume jars, often filled with expensive perfumes. They were very valuable in Kemet, considering the Kemetic need with the hot weather of makeup, bathing, hygiene, and of course perfume. Bast, by her name, seems to be related to perfumes in some way. Her son Nefertem, a solar god, was a god of perfumes and alchemy, which also supports this theory. And the last reading I want to say, oh no, not the last one. This one talks about her connection with the herb cannabis. Bast is also considered the goddess of cannabis and medicines. Here's a reading from Herodotus. Now, when they are coming to the city of Bubastis, they do as follows. They sail men and women together in a great multitude of each in every boat, and some of the women have rattles with them, while some of the men play the flute during the whole time of the voyage. And the rest, both women and men, sing and clap their hands. And when, as they sail, they come opposite to any city on the way, they bring the boat to land, and some of the women continue to do so. Oh, this isn't talking about it. This is about the festivals. Okay, here we go. Cannabis was a popular medicine in ancient Kemet. In 1992, Dr. Satana Balabanova, a toxologist and endocrinologist at the Institute of Forensic Medicine located in Germany, discovered cannabis pollen on 3,000-year-old Egyptian mummies. Findings of more research done on Egyptian mummies was published in 1994 by Parsh and Nerlich, and unveiled that the ancient Egyptians did in fact smoke cannabis. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Right. Tetrahydrocannabinol, a cannabinoid found in cannabis and responsible for its psychoactive effects, was found in the lungs of an Egyptian mummy dating back to approximately 950 BC. This discovery also proved that ancient Egyptians smoked cannabis as well as ingesting it internally. The Eber Papyrus, an ancient Egyptian medicinal text, as well as the oldest medical textbook found in history, describes a vast number of cannabis elixirs and cannabis-infused medicines These cannabis remedies were reported to relieve pain, inflammation, and depression, especially in women, as well as a number of psychological issues in both men and women. So you can find more about that. And then also there's an organization called neterian, which is an organization that features the tradition of cannabis, using cannabis in our rituals and our wellness, and that Bast is indeed the goddess of the cannabis plant. And there's a chant they have here. Oops. I'm going to read the translation first. Hail Bast, hail Bast, hail Bast, coming forth from the secret place. May there be given to me splendor in the place of incense, cannabis smoke, herbs, and love joys. Peace of heart in the place of bread and beer. This is a harp I picked up at outside of the temple of Edfu in Kemet. And when I play it, it's never the same. So I'm just kind of just playing along. Do Bast, do Bast, do Bast. Abati perim senta. Eterna kuamasui. Eter sentra sembu hamana tume. Atepa bim masui tau hake. Do Bast, do Bast, do Bast. Abasi perim senta. Eterna kuamasui. Eter sentra sembu hamana tume. Atepa bim masui tau hake. Do Bast, do Bast, do Bast. Do Bastian Seka. Eterna Kuamasui. Eter Sentra Sembu Hamanetame. Atepa Bim Masui Hauake. Do Bast, do Bast, do Bast. Abasti perim sentam. Eterna kuemasui. Niter sentra semu hamanetame. Etepa bim masui tawu hake. Tuba. 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 Tubas, tubas, tubas. Abasi perim setam. Eterna kuemasui. Niter sentra semu humanetame. Atepa bim masui tau again. Tubas, tubas, tubas. Abasi perim setam. Eterna kuemasui. Niter sentra semu humanetame. Atepa bim masui hau again. Do a ball. Do a ball. Do a ball. Do a ball. Do a boss, do a boss, do a boss. Do a boss, you player in town. A tear na kue masui. A tear centras and move on it to me. A tepa ben masui tau again. Do a boss. Do a boss. Do a boss. Liches and try. Liches and try. Do a bust. Do a bust. Okay? This will conclude our Ancient African Adorations presentations for this rising. You'll be able to watch the replay on YouTube and Instagram TV. I have a few announcements. On October 31st, I will be closing down my accounts in Zuckerland. That includes my Facebook pages, the Kemet Facebook page, and my Instagram pages. And you will be able to find me on TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, Spotify, Telegraph. I know I'm forgetting something. So I hope that you tune. Oh, Melanated Peoples. So I hope you're able to find me there and tune in there. I'm leaving Zuckerland. And the other announcement is, as the one of the websites mentioned, Basti is the goddess of cannabis and perfumes and healing and balms and salves. I have a whole line of Basti blend ointments, Chichia Basti blend, and you can find those at the lightbeamwellness.com website at the shop, and also at my Etsy page. And I'd love for you, if you're resonating with these presentations, if you go to the website and buy a jar of Basti blend healing salve for inflammation, arthritis, bone wellness, skin, blended with, infused with cannabis. And that's the Basti blend, the secret remedy Basti blend. And the next time you're burning your incense or partaking with your cannabis, remember Bast, remember this beautiful chant, and see what magic arises for you. So again, do a Bast on this day, October 6th. Bast appears to Ra and defeats Apep, defeats chaos, and may you defeat chaos in your life today and every day. And if you just joined, please look for the replay. And again, after October 31st, I will not be appearing on Instagram or Facebook. Do a Bast, a tap. Do it to all of you for joining in and staying to the end. Peace and love. Oh, the pinhole glasses. Yes. These pinhole glasses are amazing. You can get them at lightbeamwellness.com. They force your eyes to focus instead of magnifying what you look at. I don't know if you can see the holes here. So instead of squinting, you just look through them. And there's a whole list of eye exercises that you can do. I should be publishing that book. That's right. We defeat Isvet daily. Attempt. Any questions? Not here today. Dua Hatep. Much love to you too. Dua Hatep, thank you for joining me. Live and in the replay.